Well, good afternoon. We have a special guest today. My neighbor, Lee.
Say hi to Lee, everybody.
Hi, everyone. For being part of our wild and wacky chit chat. That was so awesome.
We asked Lee if he would come in our video, and he so wonderfully said yes. So,
how does it get any better than that?
Mm-hmm.
So welcome to another week of Wild and Wacky Chit Chats with the Twins. This is season 2, episode 13 already. And what did we call this? The vibration of you.
yes. Hi, Leanne. Oh, Leanne says hi. He says hi.
What a contribution.
Totally. Yes.
And we are actually, right now, we are right in between my yard and Lee's yard because the lighting at this time of day is all sorts of interesting.
So don't mind the nice shades of sunlight on us.
But it feels so awesome to be outside.
It certainly does.
Hey, Laverne. Hey, man. Never thought I would see Lee on
Me
your
neither.
wall.
I can't believe he said yes.
Exactly. Oh, and hey, Louie. Nice to see you here, too. Yeah, we really didn't think Lee would come and say hi, so he is one brave cookie.
And it just goes to show, even if you know that someone's going to say no, ask them anyways, because maybe they actually just might say yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, Kara and I are just finishing up a 30-day question in our private group. What would it take to be willing to live the energy of what I would like my life to be so that it can show up for me in totality? And that question is really all about shifting and changing and transforming all the energies around you so that you can be the vibration of you. And it has been one hell of a 30-day journey.
It surely has, yes.
Our last day is actually tomorrow, and then we will be starting a new question. We haven't even decided when. Within, the next week or so.
And just to, if you're interested, the two kind of questions that we're thinking of playing with, one of them actually takes me into the distractor implant of fear. And the other one actually just throws a wedgie so hard in your side that...
So come and play.
Yeah, come play if you dare.
We will post a link on here when we're ready to get rolling, and it's a free group. We show up once a day and we say a question from Access Consciousness 30 times a day for 30 days, and we chit chat through it too. Mm-hmm. It's quite an amazing journey every 30 days, and it does allow you to shift and change, and it's all about changing your inner world so that you can change your outer world as if by magic. I was just sending you a private message about the magic that is showing up. It's crazy. That is so awesome, Leanne.
I can't wait to hear about it.
And it's been a wild ride. I'll tell you what, I feel like I've been on a roller coaster ride. However, demanding aggressive presence throughout it all, and asking, is this what I've been asking for showing up how I didn't expect? Because Kara and I have talked about a lot lately that we have been pulling energy into our worlds of what we want our life to be for a long time now. So then it's actually funny how much
we resist
and react to the things that are showing up, but it's a practice. It's a new muscle. And so when you do stay in the question and something is showing up in your world, and then you're right, I'm pulling this in, so what can I be with this energy? What question can I ask? How can I shift or change this? What gift is there in all of this?
And like you said, it's really being the alchemist. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we react to certain energies only based on our points of views.
Exactly.
And so to change that, you go in at an energy and you feel this intensity, and then you're like, oh yeah, like this is based on my points of views. I wonder if I had no point of view about this. And then the energy just shifts and
that's
expands.
really what it is like just like stopping everything and being like, and knowing that it is your point of view that's creating your reality,
It's
not your reality.
a real
creating,
kick in the ass,
oh,
too.
it's like so annoying. And then because you do, like, you don't even realize how many points of views you have about anything and everything, and you kind of like, you know, favor some of your points of views and think they're right and think they're good. And it's like, no, even those ones, and actually even more so those ones, are the ones that you really could ditch, because then the world opens up to you and you have so much more to choose from, because you're not fixated on your point of view and looping and looping and looping and banging your head against the wall and wondering why nothing will ever change.
Yeah.
So I have a section in Being You, Changing the World that I wanted to read, and it is all about the vibration of you. And I'm going to try to open it. My hands are a little cold because it is... The wind has a little bite to it out here, but I think it's
It's only -4.
-4, yeah.
Yes.
So this section is actually called The Vibration of You, and that's what we called our episode, The Vibration
We're very
of You.
clever.
We're very clever. We thought really long and hard about it.
Yeah.
Okay. When you change the energy of you, the outward situations of your life change. Ding, 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 ding. Like, isn't that so weird? As if by magic. So simply by changing what's inside of you, your points of views, how you react to things, changing and shifting that changes everything around you in your whole entire universe, as if by magic. For example, have you ever noticed that people seem to move slower when you're in a huge hurry? Yes, I definitely know I have. Have you noticed that when you decide for whatever reason you're no longer in a hurry, that people speed up again? That's because you changed your energy. Oh, like you just want to push people out of your way sometime. Like in the grocery store, I notice that if I have to like pick the kids up from school or have to be somewhere and you're just like, and like people just seem to be so slow.
Oh, it's the whole energy flows where attention goes, or energy
goes
where something like you're flooding energy at a thing anyways, and that's exactly what happens. So if you're flooding, these people are slow,
then they're gonna be slow.
Yeah.
'Cause we are that powerful. God. Okay, have you ever walked into a room and changed the energy of it without even trying? Or had a friend who was having a bad day, and when you called to talk to them or hugged them, they brightened up? What created that change? Was it what you said, or some psychological technique, or your very being? That. It was your being that changed them. It is the energy you be, the vibration of you, the essence of you, that is actually the totality of you, that is the thing that exists beyond everything you think. It is you embracing the entire world.
and everything that brings up times a gazillion. Will you destroy and uncreate
Yes,
it all?
please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
And for more of that craziness, that is the clearing statement that you can look up at theclearingstatement.com. But it's basically like this magical little wand that brings up all these points of views that you have, that we were talking about.
Like basically when you ask a question, it'll pull up points of views, and then the wand
just destroys and uncreates it.
clears out.
You have space to just choose other things, greater things, like fun things, happy things, instead of the same old points of views.
Look at me getting you guys twice today.
Excellent,
Yay.
Erin.
Hi, Erin. Nice to see you.
One of the things I have discovered is true is that when you step into being something, you simply become that energy. It invites everyone around you to be it too, if they are willing to have it. That is the key. If they are not willing to have it, it puts that energy into their world so they can have it when they are ready. When they are ready. It could be 20 years from now. It could be 1 billion years from now. Who cares? Stop superior bitching everyone and trying to decide. Oh, we've talked about that a lot lately too. You get really excited about this discovery you have in how your life can just become greater just by being a certain way, and then you look at someone else and you think that what they're doing is wrong, but what we forget is that everything that people choose works for them somehow. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep choosing it.
And there is no right or wrong.
Exactly. So just you worry about you and let me worry about me.
Do whatever works for you.
Exactly so.
So much simpler.
You're just stepping into being something. Having a new awareness of something and then choosing it allows everyone else on the planet to have it because you are willing to be it. That's just so beautiful. Just be you because you have no idea what you are inviting other people to just by being the vibration of you. And it's so much simpler when you allow yourself to get rid of all your other points of views
and
that.
Receive everything.
Exactly, because being you, truly being you, does take a willingness to receive other people's points of views. As you begin to change, other people might be trying to, keep you as the same person that you've always been because they just don't want to let go of that part because then it feels uncomfortable.
Which isn't wrong and it isn't right.
Exactly. Oh, there's people out walking over there.
Nice.
When you step into being something different, you open up the space for that to exist, where before there was no space for it to be. So it's we were talking about as you expand into the infinite space of being, you put space between all of the molecules of things that you prior had solidified into real and true for you, these points of views, this solid, dense thing that, often makes you feel really heavy, but when you expand into the infinite space of being, that creates the space between all of these molecules, and it's pure magic.
Opens up spaces of possibilities that we couldn't even think up,
Exactly. For me, even for example, with working in the hospital, I have points of views about all of that I do not have enough time to get into, but I have made so many solidified points of views about that place, and so I do know lots of times when I go there, it feels dense and it feels heavy, you're walking into this wall basically, and that is what I have done with my points of views, and I've noticed it's starting to shift and change because it's you are the only one that can change that situation. If you're in a situation that you're just hating totally, you can change that by simply expanding beyond every belief you had about it.
And first acknowledging that you're choosing it.
Yeah, that's a doozy.
But without judgment, because you can't change anything from a place of judgment. But if you can look at it and be wow, I am a powerful creator of crap, and what else is possible?
So just don't don't beat yourself up for what you've chosen. It's just like, okay, this worked maybe once, and then I kept choosing it. And what if I could just now know that I created this, and now I can choose something different? That's it. Mm-hmm. And then everything does kind of just expand and
shift and change as if by magic.
By magic. So I would like to invite you to the awareness of the energetic vibration of being. The being that you be that you have never been willing to see before. The energy you be. The vibration you be. And it's probably something totally different than what you've ever thought it could be. Completely different. But it is something that when you allow it to just be, the ease you've always wanted in your life can show up. The joy can show up, and the possibilities can show up. Not from effort or thinking, but just because you're being you with such a presence that it cannot be destroyed.
Can you just feel all the energy of that? Like, it just feels so expansive and unknown and mysterious and magical and like...
and hopeful.
Yeah.
Like, jeepers.
What lies beyond, I wonder.
From that place, which really isn't a place, you know it. From that place, which really isn't a place as you know it, you create things and you change things. Would you be willing to find out who you truly be? Would you be willing to make the demand that you show up? Would you be willing to become acquainted with what's really true for you as a being? Just ask right now. And in doing so, you'll open the door to a different world of possibility. You don't have to figure out how. It is the universe's job to show you how that is going to happen. All you have to do is make the demand. Then you just follow your life and your living and go where the universe leads you.
And stay the hell out of your head.
Pretty easy, right? Wow.
Oh, yes. I'll have all of that energy, please.
Yeah. So, and it just takes starting from wherever you're at and not judging yourself and like getting rid of the points of views, the toxic energy that you've just like bought is real and true and solidified in your body, that 99.9999999% of it never was yours to begin with. So we're gonna share like a couple, like, to get to get like present, you have to also get present with what you have bought and stored in your body.
Yeah.
That is like showed up as these aches, these pains, anxiety, all the thoughts, feelings,
and
emotions.
Instead of instantly going into conclusion about what you're feeling, to instead be the question, like, what is this? Is it even mine? You know? And
what can I do with it? Can I change it? And if so, how?
Yes. And yeah, like, I don't know, for me, I'm quite we're both quite tactile people, so like we really feel the energy, and you might perceive it in different ways, but when it shows up in whatever way it does for you, if it's really intense, like, it's like to not instantly go into fear about that and to really stop and be present with that energy and like, what is this? What can I do with it?
And not instantly assume that it's yours.
Yes.
Like, what am I doing wrong?
Or that it's significant. I must do something grand and glorious with this energy I'm perceiving.
If we can really relax into life, if we can really just like let down our guards, let down our walls, and let them just melt away and just receive the energy showing up and stay in interesting point of view, which is a phenomenal tool from Access Consciousness. And it's simply like when, like Kara said, when this heavy energy is showing up in your world, well, interesting point of view, I have this point of view, that this is mine. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Or if it's like, you just like assume someone is mad at you, like, or that they're not going to say yes if you ask them something, like Lee coming in the video. Well, interesting point of view, I have that point of view.
Like to everything. And if you're like lazy like I am, in the beginning, if you need help in like keeping your energy field, there's so clear, there's so many easy ways to keep the energy around you clear and clean and to become more aware. And one of the very simplest things is lighting a stick of incense,
Yes.
you know, with the intention that it's like clearing away all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, and energies that don't belong to you, or like white sage or burning anything at all.
Or even opening your windows.
Yes.
Like with it being winter and like with us being in quarantine there and like all of like me and Tyler and my girls all being in the same space for 2 weeks. Actually, it was more than 2 weeks. And it's like all the dust in the corners, right? Like it's just like this stagnant energy. And so even like opening your window and like letting the fresh air come in is so huge. And you walk into a space like that and it does feel lighter.
You can tell when someone smudged their house, like it's just like this crystally clear kind of energy.
Yeah.
And you can do it even with like running a singing bowl or like even clapping your hands or putting music on.
Yes, dancing
around, like with
singing.
the vibration and the intention of like shifting and changing the energies in your home.
Exactly.
And then so my friend Janice Walker sent me an email yesterday all about energetic chords, and I was so glad she did because I kind of have forgotten all about that too. And just a quick little rundown, like we are energetic beings, and when we have connections with other people, we energetically send out chords, and not just to people but to situations and like everything we're thinking about, right? We're sending out energetic chords to all these people at a subconscious level. And so like a lot of times you get chorded at your solar plexus, like if it's just like or like acquaintances or like, you know, friends and stuff like that, you can get chorded at your heart chakra. If it's more like relationships, like significant others and family and all of that. And so I got this email from Janice yesterday. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. And so we can do like an energetic chord clearing if you like.
Okay. And I also just want to add, like, too, like when you know when someone's throwing daggers
Oh,
at you.
yes,
Like, you can tell
know.
when, like, and it doesn't matter if it's across the world, across the table, across the town, you know, like in the grocery store. Like, you know when people are throwing daggers your way. And again, interesting point of view. I have this point of view because is it real or true? But also just being aware of it. And so, yeah, if you're like feeling like you're chained down by everybody else's projections and expectations at you, you can
Clear chords.
the chords.
Hi there, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
And another thing I want to say about when we're clearing chords, and I will be the first to admit that when a lot of times when I'm releasing energies, it's like, get this energy away from me, and that's scared. I like to play in the distractor and Planet of Fear, apparently. But it's like, when we're releasing these chords in a minute here, like, what we're actually doing is we're detaching it from our energetic field and we're giving them back their power. You know, because when we have, say I'm mad at Krista, for example, and I have an etheric cord going to her, and I'm mad. What you're actually doing is you're spewing all of your energy out at them, and it's going to them, which leaves you feeling drained of energy.
And on both ends.
Totally.
You
And
know?
Krista's being like, this
What the hell is happening
energy
to me?
happening to me. So what's neat is after we do this exercise, we're giving people back their energy. You might get a text message from them or something like, hey, I was just thinking of you. That's so weird. You know?
Yeah, totally.
So if you want, we can just all, like, if you want to close your eyes,
Yes, please.
or just getting relaxed. And if you want, you can thump your thymus.
I really like that because
Yeah.
it really seems to unlock all these little hidden stuck places.
Yes, and it kind of moves the energy down. And so if you want, you can visualize like the energetic tendrils of you going deep down into the earth and asking that the earth melt away and lower all of your walls and barriers and expanding out in all directions and connecting with all of the molecules of consciousness in the room you're in and in the city or town you're in the country, and through the entire earth, and out into the universe. And now if you would like, you can connect with your spirit team and ask that they help in this process of releasing any energetic cords that just aren't doing anything for you anymore. And so we all perceive energy in different ways. So whatever way that looks for you, I want you to just, I like, you can even actually like activate all your micro chakras in your hands if you like, or you can do it totally at an energetic level and just go through your chakras. So we'll start at the root, at the base of your spine, and your sacral, just below your belly button, and your solar plexus, and your heart, and your throat chakra, and your third eye chakra, all the way up to your crown. And just notice, if you notice in whatever way that, maybe it's just a knowing, where there seems to be a lot of cords, a lot of sticky,
Mine's definitely like
energy
in the solar plexus and the back, like
Yes.
my mid back.
And notice the back. So the back is more stuff from the past, and all the stuff at the front's kind of current. So if you're feeling it, because I also feel it at the solar plexus, so you can just visualize like pulling it out energetically, or you can use your physical hands and asking that those cords be released from your body. And if you're totally lazy, like I am pretty lazy, you can also call upon Archangel Michael to use his sword of light to saw off, or to slay off
cords.
all of the energetic cords from the front of your body. And this is so much lighter to me.
Yes.
And from the back of your body, relaxing your body, allowing the cords to be released from the front and the back. And now I like to also think of this like, reminds me of when Krista and I were kids and we had to pick weeds, and Mom always gave us shit because we never picked it from the roots. And they would just rip the tops off the weeds, and
they were in there
lo and behold, they grow back right away.
Exactly.
Or like just look cluttery and confuse you with weird energy. So let's not forget all the roots of these energetic cords that need to be released. And so a fun way that I did it this morning was just like visualizing pulling white light from all over the universe through the front of your body, and through the back of your body, and above and below, and from the sides, and just asking that all this energy blast out all of the roots so that these energetic cords don't grow back, Leanne says. You make me smile. Leanne, you've done it before. I know it.
That's why it makes you smile.
And anyway, so there's like so many versions of that, but
I love it.
to me, I was like, right. Like whenever you're feeling pulled or drained or like, ugh, like just ask, like, do I have energetic cords that need to be released? And then trust that you just know how to release them. You know how to pull them out.
And ask your body, what do you require right now?
Yes.
And it might be having a nap, it might be crying your head off or screaming, or simply having a nice hot bath. Like there's so many things, you guys. So if you really want to like change the vibration of you, these are like the simplest little things that you can do, and then just simply be you.
Oh, and you're welcome, Laverne. I was so grateful that I received that text yesterday, because I'm like, right. Flow double A, Archangel Raphael, healing energy to where the cords were changed. Ooh, yes, I like that.
Yeah,
too.
I love that so much. I love Archangel
and
Raphael.
I also love asking him, like, just to place the energetic vacuum at the top of your head and pulling out any energies that aren't yours. It's
cranking up the vacuum.
It's like the return to sender with full consciousness attached. Like there's just so many ways to release energies and do what works for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we're probably approaching the time.
Oh, we
yeah,
are.
I had a feeling. Boom!
You guys are on too.
Thank you guys all for joining us, and we will be keeping you updated here pretty soon. We're going to be starting our next 30-day question for the brave that are willing to join us, and just really, it's all about being you and changing the world just by being you, just by being the vibration of you. Like it seems like silly that it's that simple, but it really truly is.
It really is.
So be you, baby.
Yes.
And change the world around you, because like I said at the beginning, you never know who you just might be inspiring by just being you.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us
thank
in another
you
week
guys.
of Wild and Wacky Chit Chats with the twins.
And we will see you next time.
Yeah, and if you know anyone that this might be a contribution to, please share this video out and go ahead and like it if you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for our upcoming question, and we will see you another day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.